And why did you choose Fortune's funding? This is the part we want to get at.
This past summer, I believe it was summer or fall, I went to the FX Summit event in Miami, and James got up to speak. And just hearing James's story, I was like, all right, cool. This is nice. Like, I've heard of the other prop firms, but I was like, I'm running with this dude. He sounds like he has some grit to him. He's really been through the mud. And I was like, all right, I really like it. Let's just go see what it is.
Yo, 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 you know the vibes, you know the voice. The name is Sir Hans Felix. They ain't stopped pimping since 2023, and now we in 2024, and the show is still going on. We have today one of our very special guests from the DMV. If you know what that is not the District of Motor Vehicles. That is the DC, Maryland, Virginia. So one time for DC, man, and everything else that comes in between. So introduce yourself to the people, bro. This is your show.
How you doing, you all? My name is Avery, hailing from Virginia, you know. That's what I like to say. Culpepper to be exact. Been a trader now for about 3.5 years. June will be about my 4th year of completion. So yeah.
That's what's up. So how'd you get started?
So around 2018-ish, I seen one of my friends join this MLM company. He was doing some trade stuff at the time. I seen him making like some money, but I didn't see too much. But I was like, all right, it's just not that time. And then I went to college, met some individual talking about stocks, how his dad would teach him about like doing stock options. He's making about $10,000 a month over the summer.
Sheesh.
I didn't ask for credentials, but I was like, all right. But then he would start going on these tangents, speaking. And I'm like, this is a foreign language. I'm like, I don't know this. So then COVID hit, so I realized I wasn't going back to college. I tried to do some direct sales. That wasn't working out because I was stuck in the home. So I finally reached back out to my friend and was like, yo, let me see what you're actually doing. And now this individual, he had dropped out of Morehouse College, moved out to LA, back to Atlanta. Then he went down to Orlando. And I'm only 2 weeks older than this individual. And I knew him through playing like high school basketball.
What?
And so I was like, I seen it. And I was like, I'm not going back to school. I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the world. I'm going to give myself 6 months to see what this information is really about. And within those 6 months, obviously I was not profitable. Like, I came in with like, I had some wins here and there, but but then I seen him make about 5 figures right in front of me. I was like, I got to stick this thing through. So yeah, that's how I got started.
Okay. So we already started to get into the nitty gritty of knowing you, bro. So one, you hoop, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah.
But you're a 1 or a 3? Which one?
I was about a 2-3. I had D1 athleticism, but a D3 skill set. Yeah.
How tall?
I'm about 6'3". I didn't start playing basketball till my freshman year in high school. I grew up playing football. It's just I transferred to this private school, and they didn't have football. I got told I could play anywhere in the local area and get a better education. So I was like, yo, I'm wrong with that. And they accepted me quicker than any other student has been accepted. So I only had like 2 days to prep. And
Wow,
yeah.
there was a lot of that going on in certain, areas in the DMV. Sometimes it's like whichever school you end up with and gave you like that opportunity. And sometimes, man, you probably had no hope. And then, hey, whatever school was like, hey, we'll take you. That usually ends up being the school that you write history with. But that's interesting, bro. Like, it's kind of funny though. Like the foreign language you didn't want to learn, you double back and be like, bro, yeah, yeah, yo hablo, I'm trying to, lingo, yeah, that last thing.
Yeah.
I'm ready to learn. So I think most of us usually go through that period of time where trying to figure it out during COVID, real defining moments needed to be had. And trading was right there looking at us like, hey, why not me? So I'm pretty sure like during your during 2020, 2021, like you had a lot of things you wanted to overcome. So like during the times where you were figuring out if this was matching your identity, what were some hurdles that you went through in learning the skill set?
One is psychology aspect about it. It was so many different things. Like with the education I received, they taught me the strategy, and then it's about finding the pair that you want to trade. So I'm marking up like 15 charts a night. There's no reason to. Like, and but
Oh
it's
man.
yeah, but I mean that was just all on me. So I remember I would stay up literally almost 24 hours on it,
Sure.
trying to learn it because like it was COVID. I had nothing to do. Like I have a bigger like piece of property where I stay, and so it was having some renovations being on it, but I wasn't able to contribute. So I was like, I got to make this pay off. So it was that not being able to have a regular converse, well, like being able to converse with anyone immediately around me about this information. Like I can tell them about it, but they don't know anything about it. Like,
Yeah, it's not relatable because now you are learning the language that most people weren't learning. Now you had to find your pack, your herd, your new family. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, for
And it
sure.
had to be a specific type of family that weren't just marketing, but actually was doing the trading.
Oh yeah, that's what caught my attention. Surprisingly, the dude who taught me, he started learning how to trade about 6 months prior.
What?
I just,
Yo, this guy different, bro.
but yeah, he's nice with it.
Mm.
And I was originally learning like supply and demand at the time, but there was three other people who joined this other company with me, and they were learning his strategy.
Oh
And I was
wow.
like, I don't want to be the one left out on their calls. Like they would be we'd all four of us would get on together, and I'm like, man, I don't understand this. I was like, I'm just gonna leverage up, like
Mm.
just hoping and praying, basically, essentially,
Right. Right.
and work. But another hurdle was my first day of like learning how to trade. During Asian session, I made $25. I was like, oh, I'm about to be rich.
Here we go.
That next day, I put about $400 into my account. That's all I had at that time, and I blew it in about a couple minutes. The next day, gone. But like, I couldn't get
Hold
mad at the
on,
market.
hold on, hold on. What, what pair was it? And
Man,
what lot size was
man,
it?
I don't even recall. I was pushing buttons. I think it was
Damn, the damage
GJ.
happened so deeply that it's somewhere deep in your subconscious. I hear
Man,
you, bro. But I'm willing to guess it was US 30 or gold.
no, I stay away from them. No, no.
Really? Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Damn, it probably was some crazy lot size then. It was
yeah.
crazy lot
But
size. Probably some news.
it was something like of that nature. I just knew like it was an error on my end because I'm still learning the information. So I was like, well, I did a dumb mistake. So I was like, most people would have probably quit and like, man, this is fluke. But I was like, this
Right.
is it.
Yeah. Sometimes we make these user errors and we have nobody else to blame. Where I can relate to you because I was in college and in 2016 when I was really like dabbling in trading. And so, bro, Friday morning, the first Friday of the month, which I had no idea the significance of that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
at 8:05, I get up, still excited about this new trading thing. At 8:10, I see EJ just keep going up just like it was yesterday. I just
Mhm.
put in a one lot. I go take a shower. I'm having the best shower of my life, bro. I'm like, man, this trading thing is so cool. Like, I bet you when I get out here, I'm probably gonna be like $1,000 deep before breakfast at the cafeteria or even my first class. I'm like, man, this is lit. I probably don't even need nothing. I probably don't even need this graduate, this whole this college degree, bro. Like, if I can make $1,000 before 9 a.m., that's crazy. I come back to my room. It is 8:34.
Oh,
Non-farm payroll.
yeah.
Bro, I lost so much of that account. I just thought, ain't no way a child of God would get bamboozled like this. I'm like, this has to be a broker problem because, like, in what world do you lose $700 in a few seconds, bro? So I'm sitting here reaching out to the support system. I'm like, hey, I think you guys need to reimburse me because, like, there must have been a glitch.
Yeah.
There was no glitch, bro. The glitch was me. And, yo, it was crazy. And that's how I found out about non-farm payroll. Until this day,
Yeah.
it don't matter what I'm doing, bro. The first Friday of every month is significant to me. I'm like, hey, what day is it? Wait, hold up. It's the first Friday? All right.
Oh,
NFP.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I love NFP. That's my favorite.
What do you love about NFP?
Hey, you know, price will do one thing and then typically spike. About last year, I started really journaling a lot better. So
Yep.
from April to December, I went about 6 for 10 on NFP.
Ooh, on what pair?
EU, that's
Hey,
it. Because like the
EU.
reason why I only stick to EU is
Mm,
because I used to trade that UCAD GJ, but I was undisciplined. So I was like, well, I'm
right,
undisciplined. It's not even going to make sense to just trade this
right.
like 3 pairs if I'm not even doing it. You know,
So tell the world what happens at 8:30. Where does the liquidity go at 8:30?
it's either going up or it's going down, and it's going about 50 to 100 pips. Now, occasionally EU it'll just stay at other times, but the majority of the time, it's gonna fly. You know,
Yeah, but what do you notice though, like about where the liquidity goes, where the manipulation goes, where the engineered liquidity goes, like right at 8:30? Do you notice it goes against the pre-market lows or pre-market highs, or the previous session, like London's lows? You ever notice that?
yeah, because I
Yeah,
typically
'cause-
target like the Asian lows or highs.
oh
So
yeah,
if price throughout London and like New York is going bullish, and then 8 o'clock hits, I see it starting to tick down. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But
yeah,
I always refer to my higher time frame bias first, though.
right. And for the first 15 to 20 minutes, that's the trade. And by 9:30, that's a whole different ballgame.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, shout out to NFP. You done blown so many accounts, so many challenges in phase one, phase twos. But here we have my brother here just telling his story. So tell us about how you got to Fortune's funding and why did you choose Fortune's funding? This is the part we want to get at.
Mm. So this past summer, I believe it was summer or fall, I went to the FX Summit event in Miami,
Mhm.
and James got up to speak. And just hearing James's story, I was like, all right, cool. This is nice. Like, I've heard of the other prop firms, but like, I'm running with this dude. He sounds like he has some grit to him. He's really been through the mud. And I was like, all right, I really like it. Let's just go see what it is.
Okay, so you pulled up to the booth afterwards?
I may have for like a quick second. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on back there. But yeah,
Yeah,
oh man, shout out James and shout out to the whole Fortune's funding team, man. We really hold it down. And
yeah,
that Athletic Summit was really dope, man. It's like for the first time for many people, folks traveled like for the first time in America, by the way, just to be at the Ethics Summit.
oh yeah,
And it's just like the whole idea that in one room or under one roof, everybody who's sharing one common thing, no matter who you are, how old you are, what you look like, how profitable you are, everybody came there for one specific reason. Is just to collab with traders and different people who they've looked up to, they've taken their courses, like people that can relate with them when nobody else could
yeah,
relate, especially even since COVID, like that was one of the biggest trader events since COVID. So,
yeah.
so how did that impact you besides just Fortune's funding, just to be able to like see another trader and just talk trading in person?
Man. Well, I finally was able to find like somewhat of an accountability group down there, but
Okay.
I've never been to just a forex event. There was the only
Mm,
like I've been to plenty of events just for financial literacy, just a whole lot of stuff. Nothing specifically for forex. So when I seen FX Summit, I'm like, I'm going. I don't care where it is.
woo.
I gotta go. So
It's
I
in
got there.
Dubai next year. Oh, it's in
Oh,
Dubai.
I'm ready this year.
Yeah. You
Yeah, yeah,
going?
yeah. Oh, yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
I got
Okay. Okay.
gotta
Okay.
go. Gotta go.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah,
It
ain't
was
no
that.
event like a forex event, bro. The Lambos was out there, boy. The
Oh yeah.
Rarries was out there, the Audi was out there, I was, yeah, I'm saying, something light.
No
But
flex. Just
yeah, but it
yeah,
was it was something to really see in person. It's like, wow, everybody started from ground zero.
yeah. And
That
you just
really makes the point for us. Go ahead, bro.
yeah. It was a fact of just hearing other people's strategies and how they learned and how organized they were. That's what I was paying attention to. And then you always hear like if you're buying something, somebody's selling against you. And I'm like, I'm competing against these people. Like it's great to learn from you. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, I gotta get mine.
Right. It's like Hunger Games in a way, right?
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
when it helped.
May the markets be ever in your favor. As
Oh
soon
yeah,
as the market opened Monday, bro, you're literally competing against that person. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. So we got
yeah.
to get to the part where you pass your phase one, you pass your phase two, you maintain your funded account, and now you're here, bro. How did that feel? Was that your first withdrawal from a prop firm or
It
evaluation?
was it was my first withdrawal from this prop firm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Earlier in the year, I had a nice 19% withdrawal from another company,
Ooh.
and then 2.5 weeks later, I ran up a 55% gain. The company banned.
Ooh.
I told my
Ooh.
mom. I showed my mom like, look, we're good now. I was like, all this hard work I've been putting in paid off. Then the company banned me. I didn't even get to withdraw on that.
Bruh.
But, hey, but I looked at it as only a test. But then later on, I eventually was like, I'm gonna try you all out. I met James, body phase one and phase two. Then phase three came. It was only up from there, you know.
Man, you just took me up the roller coaster and like you
But hey, I was like, oh, I finally made it. I'm about to get the
and then
Boldy, the Lambo.
then we've been went right back up. And that's exactly how it feels. You're dealing with some shady people. Well, it's like you sometimes you don't even see it coming and you work hard. You get to that level, you did what you thought you were doing, 55%. And they're like, you're grits. We're not paying you. That
Yeah,
sucks, bro. That hurts really bad when it comes to a trader's performance, man. And I'm glad you
yeah,
saw it in that light because a lot
yeah,
of people don't recover mentally, you
yeah.
know?
Like, when am I going back to?
Right,
I put in all this time. It's either you quit or get rich. That's
right.
what I was. So I was like, just keep going.
I love that, bro. I love that. So in your
But
journey as a trader, you've learned a lot of resilience, huh?
oh yeah, yeah. I've taken a lot of losses, but that stems from like growing up. Of course, I told you I played basketball from my freshman year in high school. I
Mhm.
just trained every day. Went from the sophomore year being the most improved player, then junior and senior year I won MVPs. So I was outside constantly just seeing how hard work can help you out. And then the summer going into college, I actually hurt my knee, so I wasn't able to play college basketball. So I got tired of video games and picked up Think and Grow Rich. Read that book, went from barely passing, doing just good enough to play high school basketball, to then finishing my first semester with a 3.7 GPA. And I'm like, I'm intelligent. I was
Ooh.
like, okay. I was like, I'm one of the guys now. I'm
Hey
smart now.
man, shout out to education, bro. That boy's smart. That
Yeah,
boy's smart. That boy not just a mental athlete. That boy's smart. That's a smart money trader right there. That's a fortunate fact,
yes.
bro. Hey man, yo, that's what I like to hear, bro. You wasn't just an athlete, bro. You are more than an athlete. Amen. Yo, hey,
It was
kudos,
just from
bro.
books. I was like, yeah,
Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you, bro. That's
thank
the
you.
type of energy we're looking for, man. Damn,
Yeah.
man, you took me back up to the roller coaster again.
Yeah, it was that, and then the community I was a part of, like everybody's showing their wins. They're doing the live calls. It's like it's gonna happen for me. It's just a
Yes,
matter of time.
yes. I
Yeah.
love that, bro. I love that. I love that. And so when it finally hit you this time that the profit is actually hitting your bank account, how did that feel, bro?
Oh, I felt amazing. I
Mm,
called my father. Like as soon as I hit, I like FaceTime my father and did a screen share. I said, "Look," I said, "Yeah, it's legit now." Because like the first withdrawal, it was nice, but you got to do it again to show it ain't fluke. And I thought I did it again. They was like, "Nope," and I didn't even over risk or none of that. It was crazy. But then I got this. I was like, "Oh yeah, this real." I was like, "I got this now. I got the
yes,
skills."
sir. If I do it one time, they gonna think it's fake. All
Yeah,
right, guess we gotta do it again. Yeah,
yeah. And then
bro.
one thing I did enjoy was the fact you all had posted like everyone's percentages, and so I'm competitive, and so
Mm,
I'm not gonna be greedy or over risk anything. But I was like, I want that top leaderboard spot
woo.
just because like you can see it, like it's
Yeah,
like why not? You know?
yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Wow, man, what an interview we're having. So, all right. So currently, what is your goal for 2024 with the funded accounts, and what is the psychological aspect of your growth that you've noticed you picked up from the prior year?
My biggest thing is my goal. I would say to get $1 million in funding. Just from hearing like the other traders that were at the summit, they're like, I only want a 7% gain per month, and I'm like 7. I'm like, I've had days where I got 7. And I'm like,
Woo!
but then they've said the amount they have in capital, and I'm like, 7% of what, a million? It's like what, 70K? Yeah. I'm like, I would do that. I would be willing to get 5% of that a month and just not be stress free.
Easy, easy, bro.
But I would say one thing I had to learn is to take profit early on and just take partials or at least take profit.
Mm.
I'm the type I want more, more and more. And I'm like, if you're risking like let's say a 1 lot and you're trying to get 100 pips, that's nothing. But I was like, if you just risk a 10 lot and get 15, you already made more. So like just wait until you have the capital to then just take those profits. That,
Facts.
yeah, I would say that. And it was like risk management at times
Mm.
because I'd risk like about 0.5%, and I'll do about what is it, about 3 trades ideally. That's what my trading plan says. But then sometimes I'm like, all right, I might bust 5, 6. Like, but it's like that's when I have to journal that. That's something that's very important is to journal that, journal why you did it, and journal what happened earlier that morning
And now you
or
have to keep yourself accountable because now
yeah,
you got to write it down.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that helped me take less trades because it's just all that journaling. I'm like, man, like it's tiresome, but it's worth it. Like that's how you really get sharp.
Yep, that's true. That's very, very true, bro. That's good. You know,
Yeah,
and journaling helped you to realize and be aware, be conscious of what you have gotten over, like what the bad habits or what you've grown from point A to point B this year to the prior year. And you know, a lot of people still sleep on journaling. I don't know why, but I see a whole bunch of people on social media saying, "Hey, can you do a webinar about over trading?" Well, accountability, you're probably not doing it. If you were journaling, you would realize that you're over trading. If you were selective, you would realize that clearly there's no way every time you show up on the charts, you see your setup on every time frame at every second and every minute of the hour. That's not possible. So,
mm-hmm.
not being selective is killing a lot of traders who are over trading, you know, who are not being accountable to themselves or with themselves. So, bro, I'm glad you have grown so much to get to this point, man, and to be aware and conscious of it. Big up, bro. Big up. Big up. That's amazing. So,
Right.
bro, the year is bro, the year is yours. Like, you gonna pull up to Dubai with some racks. I can already feel it.
Yeah,
Feel it,
that's the goal.
bro. I
That's the
love
goal.
it. I love it. And hopefully we can meet in person out in Dubai or somewhere along the lines. You know, maybe we're gonna do a lot more Fortune's funding events. Who knows? But
Mm-hmm.
man, I just want to be one of the first to say I'm proud of you and just keep going, bro. Like you're gonna watch this interview and like, wow, I really had a whole interview out here.
No,
To
yeah.
think I didn't even know the language to now speaking the language eloquently, fluently, and now I'm having an interview. That's that, bro. It hits different.
Yeah, it does. That's what surprised me because I just think back to day one. I knew not what a pip was. Now I know about everything, and I'm like, now I know about how the economy is working.
Mm,
Some days I'm like, man, I don't like you're confident in the information, but it's like, what did I get myself into?
right.
Like, because you just
Sometimes you
see things
gotta
from
fuck around and
completely
find out.
yeah, but it's wonderful. Like I'm truly grateful because I didn't expect to like I expected to do well. I always seen this as a path to freedom for myself, but most people they say it takes about 5 years.
Yes,
So it's where I've done 3.5. I'm good.
doing good. I'm in my
Yeah,
8th year, bro, and we
yeah,
still got a lot to do. You know, I've seen some
yeah.
crazy numbers. I've seen some crazy growth, but there's always room for more growth.
Oh
Making
yeah,
rich, they can grow rich, bro. And so,
yeah.
bro, as we are about finished with this interview, is there anything you'd like to leave in the present but needed in the future to just hear from yourself? This would be the moment.
I would say go back to the basics. If you're ever being impatient, Go back to just sitting back, sitting on your hands. Go back to reading Mark Douglas. Go back to watching Saturdays with Leak, I would say. Read Naked Forex, which helped. Market Wizards. Just go back to the basics, and it's okay to take a break. I was never the type to be like, I can't take a break. I got to get rich now. I got to get rich now. And then I realized, like, I'm so tired of it, getting analysis paralysis. I'm like, it's okay to take a day, maybe even a week. The charts are always going to be there for you. And if you're like getting worried, that means you're not dreaming big enough. Your dreams got to. And so you think of something like outrageous, like if I can do that, cool. Because you see the other individuals, they're making 6 figures in a day, 7 figures in a day. That could be you. It's all about your attitude and your perception of where you can actually see yourself. If you can see yourself driving that Lambo, go ahead and go for it. Wow. And it's like, why not? Like, why stop? Why not be the first person in your family to do something that could change everyone's life for generations, you know?
Very well said. Man, congratulations. I don't think we told the people how much you made in your payout. Don't want the fans to come.
No, I could tell them. Yeah, I'll tell them. So it was about 34,000.
What?
A little over.
Dead ass?
Yeah, you can go check. You can go. It's on the website. Well, not the IG. It's first place.
The scoreboard, baby.
I was looking at that, the amount of entries, the percentages. I was like, oh, I was top tier in all of them. I was like, okay.
Man, what time for VA, man?
How do you do
it? I'm trying to get the camera.
Yeah.
What time for Virginia, man? Them boys don't play, man. Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot, bro. Congratulations, bro. This was nothing. This was spectacular, man. Spectacular. Yeah. And guys, to anybody watching, you heard that, man. You heard that, man. All right? Yeah. Don't play with that, man. Avery is nothing to play with. But as you guys can see, the evolution of a trader is a journey where you must believe in yourself. Yeah. No shortcuts about it. And if the future version of him can watch this video and still inspire you as the audience, understand that the difference between you, myself, and him is that you either didn't start or don't believe in yourself enough. So if you can learn anything out of this interview today, learn to find yourself to the point where you believe and you are executing and taking action to see yourself in the future that you want to actually be proud of. All right. So thank you for watching, guys. This was a phenomenal. Thank you, bro, Avery, for stepping to the plate, man. This was a wonderful interview. And remember, guys, fortune favors the funded. And most importantly, fortune favors the bold. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and blessings.